13 ABC Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro highlights a place close to home that has a big stake in the talks.
This is one of the shipping ports in St. Petersburg, Russia, where goods come in and out of the country every single day. International trade is one of the biggest issues here at the G20 summit, so we went out to a local company in Bryan to find out what really needs to be done to break down barriers to trade. A crate addressed to Benghazi, Libya, stamped with a U.S. flag. The return address? The Daavlin Company, Bryan, Ohio. Here's what's inside. It's an ultraviolet light-emitting tool that dermatologists use to treat skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema.
I'm very proud of our international business. I think it does a lot of good for the local economy.
David Swanson says his company trades with 71 countries. Some might surprise you, like Libya, Iran, Israel, and Nigeria. He told me that shipping overseas saved his business.
We just cruised right through the recession almost exclusively because of our international trade.
The company's VP of International Operations explains that in order to grow and hire more workers, Daavlin needs President Obama to address trade barriers at the G20 summit. She points to issues with countries like Brazil, where in order to forge a trade agreement, the company has to agree to expensive factory inspections, visa fees, and duplicate testing.
Sometimes it may cost you more to do all that than it may bring you back in 6 months or a year of business. So, you have to evaluate and is it worth doing business in that country versus not doing business? And I think that's stopping us from being able to export in any country in the world.
This is a team that isn't afraid to be honest about our nation's trade shortcomings, saying they just want trade to be fair.
Sometimes I feel like we're sort of chumps. We're nice and we don't want to make anybody mad, and so we just let them get away with doing whatever they want to do. And so I don't feel that this country has done a very good job of standing up for our trade rights.
Daavlin employs 45 full-time, full-benefit workers who assemble these products from start to finish at this small Ohio plant. But without the international business, Swanson admits he would have to lay off 15 people. So right now, he's trying to find new markets and new opportunities to expand, even though there are still barriers to trade.
It's those barriers that are most difficult, particularly for a small company like ours.
G20 countries make up 80% of the world's gross domestic product. So world leaders meeting here definitely have an interest in what it takes to make a company more competitive in this global economy. And that's exactly what workers at the Daavlin Company want. Reporting in St. Petersburg, Russia, Jacqueline Policastro, 13 ABC Action News.
And stay with 13 ABC for continuing coverage of the G20 summit. All this week, our team will bring you stories about the global issues and the effect in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. You can also find the full reports on our website, 13abc.com/G20.